Hi, my name is Sarah Chabot. I'm just really excited to be here. We actually just got our second box, our second shipment, which I'm gonna share with you what it is in a moment because our family, we're just so excited to get our hands on this again. We've been taking it now for about a month and a half, and we're experiencing some phenomenal life changes, at me in particular, which I am here to talk about in a moment. I just wanted to hop on and do a really quick unboxing first. And and what do you know? The very first one that I pull out is my favorite. It's actually what I'm on here to talk about specifically. It is called PWR Apricot. It is the women's blend for overall health and well-being. So I don't want to go too much into what's in this. I just really want to talk about what it's done for me and my health. I am going to give you a really quick little background about myself. I have suffered from reproductive health issues since as long as I can remember, going through puberty and starting my menstrual cycle. I was immediately diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome, also known as PCOS. And long story short, I've done a lot of different modalities holistically to take control of my health. I've been through quite the journey, and I'm not on here to go over all of that. But what I do want to talk about is the fact that even though I was able to resolve many of my health problems, I wasn't able to fully get rid of the PCOS, and that really was the stem to a lot of my other issues. In 2012, I was even in the ICU for 3 weeks with a blood clot in my leg and 2 of my lungs, where I was guaranteed I'd be dead in half an hour at the arrival of the emergency room visit. And it all had to do with my reproductive health and causing some other issues, obviously. And I'm just very blessed that I'm still here. And I've been on this journey now for about 6 or 7 years, getting control of my health and not just taking the Western medicine approach. Now, unfortunately, after having our son 2.5 years ago almost, I developed a cyst on my ovaries, and it stuck around for that entire period. And back in May, it is actually August 4th, it's almost August 5th. I don't know what time it is, but it was at the end of June that I ended up in the emergency room. I had to have surgery at the end of May for this condition, and it was supposed to be an easy surgery. It was a successful surgery, but my body kind of freaked out. I'm assuming it just didn't like the synthetic drugs. Who knows? Anyway, back in the middle of June, I ended up in the emergency room, and I had an image done because I was having some tremendous pain in my pelvic region. And I got the news that my health, my reproductive health, my ovaries in particular, were kind of reverting back to how they were prior to me getting my health under control. I was starting to have cysts form again. I was starting to have bursts of the cyst. It was very painful, and it's really not something I wish upon anybody, but unfortunately it is a very common issue that a lot of women suffer from. Now, right after getting out of the emergency room and receiving the news that my reproductive health was going down the drain, so I put it, a friend of ours reached out to us, and we are very grateful for these friends of ours because they actually didn't know that I was going through any of this. This is something that I've been very private about. I'm very private about my health, and they called us about this phenomenal company that has this awesome product, and they were generous enough to send us some to try. And one of the very first boxes that arrived on our doorstep about a day later was this right here. And this isn't obviously not the box I got into, but this is the exact type. So like I said, it's PWR Apricot. It's the women's health support. And I'm just gonna kind of give you the Cliff Note version. In a short 2 weeks time, taking this, not expecting any results, and just giving it a chance because we trusted the people that sent it to us, and we wanted to see what it would do for us. We love natural products. We love holistic products. Prevention and just taking control of your well-being with plant medicine is what we live by, what our beliefs are. Anyway, coincidentally, 2 weeks on the product, I happened to have a follow-up visit, and they did another image. Now, 3 days after that image was taken, I got a call from my doctor, and she started the conversation off with, "Hey, Sarah, I really need to talk to you about your ovaries." Now, that may sound funny to some, but it really had me on the edge of my seat, because the last time that she had started a conversation like this, she was talking about the urgency that I needed to have surgery. So I was anticipating some bad news, and then she led the conversation from there saying, I've never seen your ovaries look so healthy. So I was kind of very thrown off for a minute, because I don't understand how 3 weeks prior I was being told that my reproductive health was actually declining again. And then 2 weeks on this product, not even thinking about the product when I got the news, I'm being told that my ovaries have never looked so healthy, that there's not a single cyst in sight, that my follicles are healthier than can be, and I can't even be considered to have polycystic ovaries, that the radiologist notated this. Now, I've had that diagnosis for over 19 years, so almost 20 years, and I have been told that it was something that I would live with for the rest of my life, that it would either act up or it wouldn't. And it was just one of those things that I would have to live with and learn to live with. Now I'm being told I don't have that issue anymore, and I was only on this product for 2 weeks. I couldn't wrap my mind around what it was right away that allowed me to better my health, but I do know that when I give my body what it needs, it's able to fix and correct itself. So I know that you probably all heard of homeostasis, and when you're taking something that is loaded with negative ions and all the right ingredients in it, your body can do anything that it needs, and it can kick into gear and correct itself. And that is what I have experienced with this one particular product. Now, I don't want to carry this on and on. I mean, you can see we got a bunch of it because I absolutely love it. But I mean, there's all sorts of different types of these products. There's 15 different drops, 15 different experiences. The SLD is another one of my favorites. When I end up having, I have nerve damage in my neck, and when I have some soreness there, I've never been disappointed about how quickly my discomfort is relieved immediately upon sucking on one of these, and they are delicious. ICE, I'm not going to go into all 15 of these, but this is another go-to in our house that we always have to be stocked up on, because I give it to our entire family. I give this to our son when he has an upset stomach. I take this if I have a little bit of indigestion. My husband swears by this too when he has heartburn or any type of indigestion. And I'm pretty much gonna kind of leave it off here because I don't want to go into all 15 different types, but here's another one that I really just want to touch on. And this is more of a prevention, because we all should be supporting our immune system every single day. And it is such a peace of mind to know that this yummy little grape drop, this yummy little anion DNA drop that's grape flavored, can do so much to support our immune systems and help us keep it at its healthiest. Well, I really, really loved being on here tonight. I wanted to make it a quick and sweet little video just talking about what I have experienced personally. And I just highly suggest that if anybody's talking to you about these drops, or if you've heard about them, which a lot of people haven't yet, you give it a chance, because I know you'll be pleasantly surprised. You don't have to take these supplements that are going to give you upset stomachs or indigestion like most do when you swallow them. We all get pill fatigue. Why not replace it with something that's yummy and enjoyable to take, and it tastes really good? Anyway, if you found any value in this video, I hope you like and subscribe to our channel. Have a wonderful night.